Like never in my life would I have thought that just a simple oil change could take that long. So I hope that's not a sign of what's to come with whatever else I got to do on this thing. Hello and welcome. My name is George Slackcake and this is my channel. I'm sitting halfway in my old pickup truck that I bought, and well, it's been on hold for a few days simply because it got cold, and I'm a wuss, I guess. But it's also, you know, it's really hard to work on a cold metal big thing. But I figured today, even though it's still -2 or whatever in Celsius, it's time to get something done here. And I thought, well, there's nothing holding me back from draining the oil, even though it's not draining as good as it usually is when it's warmer. But you know, I want to see what's in there. When I checked the dipstick, it looked like it's just normal oil, nothing out of the ordinary. But you never know if there's any kind of leak, like intake manifold or a cylinder head gasket leak or anything of that sort. There might be water at the bottom of the oil pan or coolant, you know, and I think I want to know if there's anything like that going on. So let's go check it out. All right, let's drain this oil. Let's see what comes out of this. You're going to witness the big moment. Well, I think all we see is oil, so that's a good sign in my book. Yeah, it's oil. It's oil. Oil is good. Oil is always good, even if it's black. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I'm excited. There's oil in my engine. Yeah, guys, this is what came out of it so far. The good news is it's all oil, nothing else. But the bad news is I can't get the oil filter off. Now it's extremely cold here. Like I'm not enjoying this at all, but I'm gonna try to get the oil filter off and put a new one on there, and then put some oil in there and call it quits. You see what it looks like there? This looks like it's been on there since 1984. Well, no, the truck's a 1989, so it wouldn't be. Okay, that's what happened. Now the oil filter is draining out by itself because yeah, it's damaged. I crushed it. It's so old, guys. It's so old I can't even get it off. I'll have to find a way. I'll find a way. Trust me, I will. But it might not be as simple as it should be. And just making a mess here right now because the wind is blowing the oil past the oil pan. Yeah, this isn't gonna happen today. See the one oil filter wrench that I have? It's on the oil filter right now. And the other one, yeah, it's inside the oil pan. Fell in there. So maybe you could tell I'm not having the best day here. It is cold, guys. It is too cold to do this. Like, I'm freezing. It's no fun. So I'm gonna call this quits. Maybe find a container to put the oil in. That's about it. So that's it for today. My hands are frozen. It's the wind. It's not even that cold. It's the wind that makes it feel like so much colder. Probably -10 instead of the -1 or 2 that it's actually supposed to be. Well, there's always another day, right? Hi. Finally 2 days later, the weather is nice. It's sunny, it's warmed up. It's supposedly right now is about 5 degrees, which is about 40 in Fahrenheit, but supposed to warm up to 10, which is about 50 in Fahrenheit, or somewhere in there. Anyways, this is the one day that's supposed to be nice this week. The rest of, you could basically forget it until next week when things get better. So we'll see. But right now I got a lot to do. I got a lot on my plate. I don't know if I can get the oil filter off with what I got here for tools, but I'm gonna try. I got a secret weapon here. That is one thing. I know it's not going to work by itself, but I got stuff. There's that yellow pry bar. I got it to the point where it's actually stuck to the oil filter, which is probably not a bad thing, but you know, whatever twisting I've done so far hasn't made the oil filter move. Yeah, this was just one of the ideas, and I am fully expecting one of two things going to happen. Either this thing is going to come off, which would be nice, or it's going to tear apart, which will then enable me to go to more drastic measures. It's got to come off. There it all goes. Oh man. Somebody tightened it too much. Why? That is the oil filter. Horrible. Hasn't worked so far. And I applied a lot of force to it, but the housing of the filter itself, it's so soft that it just gives in, you know, the full force isn't applied to the threads. That's what the problem is. Back under the truck I go. Well, there has been some progress since the last time I talked to you. So now I have to find a way to unscrew that. There are 7 holes, and that's the only part that I can see where I can get a good grip on it. I've got the needle nose pliers with me, but I'm doubtful. Like, keep in mind before you comment that I'm under the truck, and I'm like, it's very hard to actually do anything here. And these pliers, I don't think they're the best quality, but I have them in here pretty good. There you go, the pliers are no more. Hello there. Well, it's the next day, and as you could probably tell, I mean, look around me. It's winter wonderland just once again, and I'm still working on that freaking oil filter that's underneath the truck there. And I want to show you what I did. There's hope now. There's really some hope now, you know. And of course, I don't have enough room here to do anything. See what I mean? There's no room here. Nope, that's not working. But this is a good start. I mean, if I got a plate on here, a third screw there is gonna work. Tap this. I have to make a plate that goes onto these. These screws are going to go through there. It's going to sit here, and then there's going to go a bolt right through the middle. So right now there's absolutely no point in trying this. I mean, I'm freezing here. Everything's cold. You know, it's like below freezing, and my fingers are falling off. What else? Like the tools, you know, tools, they're all metal, and when metal gets cold and you touch it, you can't take it for very long. I can't. So yeah, I got something there that's gonna work on a better day. Hello. Well, it's several days later after I attempted to take out that oil filter and broke my long nose pliers, and Went to Home Depot and got some stuff to finally accomplish this with. It's stuck there pretty good. I have a plan, and today I'm going to complete this oil change. It's about time. An oil change that takes a whole week. Never had that in my life before. Well, let me show you what the plan is. See, I got two of these plates here. There are some bolts that are already down below. But first I have to make a template, so I know where to drill some holes into these plates. And one of these plates is going to have threads in it, so my bolts can go in there firmly. The other one's just going to have holes, and I'm going to attach this long bolt so that I could put a 3/4 inch socket on there and get a good grip on this oil filter. It's going to work. What could possibly go wrong? According to my chart, I have to drill a 17/64 hole to cut a proper 5/16 thread, but in this case we're not talking anything precision, so I think the 9/32 one is gonna be okay. Try a little bit of oil. I don't know if you're following me, but you'll see in a minute what I'm getting at. So I made some knurls here with my cold chisel. I made some on the nut as well. The reason is I want this to be jammed there really solid. I'm going to put this bolt in there, and this is where I'm going to put my 3/4 inch socket to get the oil filter off. Okay, my tool is like technically ready. See, this is what it is. These 3 bolts, if I did everything right and precise, then they should line up with the holes in the oil filter, and I should be able to thread them in there, at least a couple of threads. You know, it's not very deep anyways. And then when all 3 of them are in there, well, I got this 3/4 inch bolt that will be nicely in place then, and I should be able to apply my ratchet and the 3/4 inch socket on this, and the oil filter should come off. So that's the one thing that I thought could possibly go wrong, did go wrong. Yeah, the bolt, it just came off. It wasn't jammed hard enough, and it probably can't be, because, yeah, how else is this gonna work? You know, it should be actually welded or JB welded or something, but before I'm going to apply a JB weld or something, which is going to take hours to firm up and be strong enough to try this, I'm just going to put a pry bar between those bolts and see if anything happens. So in my desperation, I thought I was gonna have to Dremel this off, and I imagine it to be a real pain in the ass. So I took the cold chisel and like I banged on it for a long time and like kind of desperation, almost you could call it anger. And you know what? It actually moved. So I'm hoping that it moved enough so that it doesn't have enough, like, you know, I'm hoping to take it off with the long nose pliers right now. I broke one pair like that. But see what happens? Yoo-hoo! I think we're winning. I think we're winning this battle. Finally. Oh, jeez. That is about time. Yeah. So, I'm glad I was able to at least show you this part. You know, it don't look quite so hopeless then. Sure, let's do this, but they are somewhere down here. And right now, I'm just gonna do it like this. Look at that. Maybe whoever installed this didn't lubricate the seal, and see how flush it is with the rest of the filter. Like, this was right on the metal. You could see what the problem is. It was way too tight. Well, at least I could complete this oil change, and I don't know if you really want to see what the rest of my oil change looks like, because from here on out it is pretty normal. You know, I put some oil in the filter, spin that on there by hand, maybe an eighth of a turn or so, you know, by hand, no tool required. And then I fill the engine with engine oil, fresh engine oil, good engine oil. That's going to be so fantastic. There's going to be a big step forward today, and it's called oil change. So if I finish this video here, I hope you give me the thumbs up just for good effort. So guys, yeah, that's it. I've actually completed the oil change.